As soon as I saw this robot chicken Buzzz from Chris Dickerson coming out, this is a Z Swirl, although it feels more like ESP if I'm being honest with you. Maybe it's like a Z ESP mix. I don't really know what Z Swirl means. It's more flexible than my ESP, but of course I had to try it out. I love throwing the Buzzz. Many of you know, started throwing the Buzzz last year, really enjoying it. So I got to try out this new Chris Dickerson robot chicken Buzzz. I have my Buzzz in my bag to compare to it. I believe they're pretty similar in weight. This is not quite max weight. I think I weighed it at like 177. This is gonna be 180, so pretty similar. This guy's pretty beat up and mostly flat. It'll flip a little bit, and I'm expecting this to probably be a little more stable because it's brand new. But we'll give it a bit of a comparison. Got a couple holes here to try out. First impressions, just in the hand, feels pretty good. I like really feel like I can push my thumb into the flight plate there because it's just really bendy. Like I can bend the shit out of it. Where this is a little more stiff. And I've had it in my apartment for a couple of days, but now having it out in the sun, I'm kind of in some shade right now, so you can't see, but it's really sparkly. Like it is very shiny, lots of like little sparkles on it. I know I usually give discs away at the end of my videos, but I might keep this one if I like it because it's a really nice looking and feeling disc. Anyway, like I said, we're gonna throw in a couple holes. This one's about 320, kind of a low ceiling. Haven't really warmed up. We're just gonna try and put one out there, call it a warm-up hole, and see how they fare. A little turned over. Probably shouldn't throw it on an Anheuser. Oh yeah. Oh, it goes so straight, but it's kind of stable. All right, we hit a late tree. Thought I was gonna turn over a bit more. My heart really wants me to run this. I'm like 60 feet out. I really don't want it to go in the water behind. You know, I can give it like a step putt. It should stay safe. Well, you know, the tape will show. I'm pretty sure I hit one of these very last trees. I didn't think I could go like 350 on this, but it looks like this thing actually flies pretty far. I almost threw it in the water on the first hole. That would have been bad. Oh my God, I didn't commit quite enough. All right, we have this intimidating, I wanna say 8 foot, 10 foot wide gap to hit, a little bit uphill. Sign says 307. Kind of just want to throw the same shot we just threw. Want a slight left finish, we'll put it on some hyzer. Start with the old Buzzz. It's really good for hitting the gap, but it's just not quite as stable as you'd want. It kind of just pushed straight the whole way. I have a feeling this one's gonna have just like a touch more stability. Oh! Took a left kick, but it was also pushing right. All right, not too far off the fairway here. Made some good progress. Give it a little backhand bid. Oh, a little long. The older Buzzz not only went right, but also a little bit long. Probably about 10, 15 feet long. It's like right in that range where you don't quite want to be, you know? Oh my God, nose up. I mean, this is just why I don't throw up shots with a Buzzz. It glides a little bit too much for 100 feet and in. Got to make a putt on camera eventually, right? There we go. All right, moving on, hole 5 now. I want to play the shorts for this one just because the longs are like 380 or something and it plays a little bit uphill. I could probably get there with a Buzzz. I probably won't. And I don't really want to try. Instead, I want to try and hit like a mellow hyzer, just kind of coming into the green. I want to see how these can hold, just like a slight hyzer all the way there. Sorry, the sun is like directly in front of me, so I'm probably casting a shadow. All right, starting with the old Buzzz. I'm gonna aim for that big tree to the right of the basket. Well, I hit that tree. All right, gotta give it some more hyzer, I think. That was a bit of user error on my part. To be fair, it's like 30 degrees warmer than the last time I played disc golf, and I haven't played in a week. So my discs are all flippier than what I remember. All right, a little more hyzer, same spot. Oh, and I overcorrected so bad. You know, I guess I overcorrected, but this isn't like the worst spot to be ever. I still have 40 footer from a knee. Oh boy. I can definitely see how this was an overcorrection because I hit this tree and kicked this way. If I kept going, I probably would have been circle's edge at worst. So it was actually probably not a bad line. Just needed like a slight tweak. All right, let's see how the step putt's feeling. Gotta make a birdie here. Holy moly. I don't know what that first one was. All right, I know I said I wanted to get birdies, but I actually do want to try a hole that I don't think I'm gonna birdie with either of these discs, or at least I don't have a good chance of doing it. This hole is 400 feet. You got these two little trees in the way on your left and right, off the gap, and then you kind of have some bushes down by the basket, so you kind of just want to keep it on the middle as far as you can. I'm gonna try and throw these with some height. Like I said, it's 400, so we'll see. Jury's out if I'm gonna get a buzz there. I kind of just want to see which one goes further though. Sort of impressions so far, by the way, you know, through 3 holes, they're pretty similar in flight, honestly. I think maybe this being a little bit lighter by like a couple grams might have a bit of an effect on that, considering this is a year old, so they kind of even out in that respect. This one just looks and feels better, so I could see myself putting it in my bag for sure. Not really sure how it's gonna hold up on like really hot summer days. It's only like 70 degrees out right now, and it's pretty flexible. Although if that's what you want, this is a pretty nice disc. This is definitely stiffer. Although I do like the grip on the Chris Dickerson one. Flip, flip, go, flip. Oh, it's gonna end up in the bush, but I think it's almost there. Okay, that was a little bit nose up. I was afraid of turning it over. I'll try and get a little flatter, a little less nose up on this one. Maybe I'll pump it out a little further. There's like a baby headwind, maybe a little bit right to left. Oh, I might have done it. Come back, please. Oh, I think still also just like a little short, but better than the other one. This is definitely that nose up distance, leaving us at like that 350 range. Got like a 50 to 60 footer. Give it a little step putt. Probably, hopefully better than the last one. Oh, it was a layup. All right, you know what? I thought these were a little bit closer. I guess more of the story is I can't throw Buzzz 400 feet into a headwind. I think I'll be okay though. I wasn't really ever expecting to. This is maybe like 10 feet closer, but kind of has to be more of an Anheuser putt. All right, come on. I can throw a step putt. Come on. Oh, that was actually a really good bend though. All right, for me, this is a pretty good test for the Buzzz for me, because a lot of the times when I want to throw a mid-range on a turnover, the Buzzz is the disc I'm going for. I don't want it to be super flippy, but I want it to hold that angle. Now, unfortunately, I'm throwing directly into the sun, and this hole's like a little short for this kind of shot. It says 297. I'd probably normally throw a putter, but we'll try and see how the Buzzz holds. I'll try and put it in like a sharp turnover angle so it cuts in, and we'll kind of see how these hold turnover. This is where I know that my Buzzz in my bag is gonna hold that line pretty well, but I really don't know about this new one. I haven't tested it on really any Anheuser angles. I'm gonna try my best to put it in a good spot, because I'm again staring straight into the sun. Oh, that was actually gonna ace, and it hit a tree branch. So that's the Buzzz in the bag. Flies pretty much perfect, exactly how you want it. Let's try the robot chicken. That also looks really nice. Go in the chains. Oh, I think I went way long. I mean, that holds a turnover angle so nice. All right, it seemed like it from the tee, and I was right. This thing went way long. Do have another jump step putt, so I don't know, maybe I'll do it this time. Go. Okay, pretty good. As much as I would have loved to see the ace run, we do get the easy tap in. All right, so I wanted to play the whites for this hole because it is 350 to play to the short pin, but the tee pads for the short, the whites and the reds are both missing for some reason. So I'm just gonna throw from the longs It's 438. Maybe I can get there. It doesn't feel like there's that much wind, and it's a big turnover. So I don't know. This is going to be, I guess, the final test. We'll see which one of these can just pump out on a turnover. Like I said, I love throwing buzzes on big turnover angles, so this should be an interesting final little test. I'll give you my final verdict after that. I don't really think there's any other holes on this course where I think these will match up too well, so let's just give it a go. Old Buzzz to start us off. Like I said, 438, so don't expect me to be close. That's not high enough at all. Ah, and there's a B. Okay, I mean, that's just gonna be in the middle of the fairway, too low. Let's try and get this one a little higher. I mean, it looks far. It's just a mid-range, it doesn't go that far. I'll just give you a little comparison. I'll throw my FD for fun. Yeah, that's a disc that's supposed to be thrown on this hole. I'm gonna be honest, I really thought that the second one I threw was way better. So here's the first one, right here, and I'll throw a little upshot. And yeah, the second one's right here. Went about 1 foot further and 3 feet to the right. The FD hit a late tree, so unlucky, but it was way further. All right, so final verdict on the 2024 Chris Dickerson Swirl Z whatever Robot Chicken Buzzz. I mean, it looks really nice. I'm actually now noticing I can like see my hand through the disc when I look at it, which is kind of interesting. It feels like flimsier and lighter than my normal Buzzz, but it flies pretty much the same. And the feel in the hand, I have to say, is nicer. Something about the ESP plastic that I've never been a huge fan of is, especially when it's dry, it does just feel like a little bit slick. Like the Z plastic kind of has the same thing. To me, I don't know if it's just my hands are a bit more dry. It does just feel like this feels a little slick, where this feels a little bit better to me. So I could see myself putting it in the bag. I personally like my Buzzes to be a bit more beat up. So I'll probably beat this one up a little bit in some practice rounds and try putting it in the bag. So be on the lookout. Maybe I'll have this in my bag for some rounds in the future. Pretty much the same disc though. I mean, if you want a Buzzz, you want the one that looks really nice, feels a little bit better, is gummier, for sure go for it. It looks really nice. And yeah, awesome disc. Highly recommend. I'm not going to give it away because I actually like it. So yeah, obviously, of course, thanks to OTB for sending this out to me. Look out for some other discs. I'll be giving away a bunch of them in the coming weeks and reviewing a bunch of new releases. So yeah, see you next time. Peace.